Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me, Metaba Manwara, and I'm a student at Rehan School Online Academy. So, welcome to my show, Inspiring Minds, where I will try to inspire you. And as you know, that on daily basis we will do interviews, and when we will do interviews, so we have a very special guest in our studio. And today I have a very special guest in my studio, and yeah, she is called Annie. And today I'm going to do an interview session with Call Annie on that new topic, and the topic of our interview is that self recognition. And so let's start this interview session with meet and greet session with call Annie. So hello Annie, how are you today? And kindly introduce yourself.
Walaikum assalam, Madhava. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm Annie, a 30-year-old from New Jersey. I studied art and engineering in Florence, and I love yoga, video games, and dance music. I'm super excited to be here and chat about self recognition. It's such an important topic. What inspired you to choose this theme for your interview series?
This is our daily task, and I have to do this. So I select this topic, and it was great topic. So yeah, I will select this topic.
That sounds like a fantastic choice. Self recognition is so crucial for personal growth. What do you think is the most important aspect of self recognition? Is it about understanding our strengths or maybe accepting our weaknesses?
Okay, I don't know like what is self recognition, and today I'm going to learn from you on this for this topic. So let's start this interview. First of all, from understanding self recognition. So first of all, like explain me that what does self recognition mean to you, and what's the main meaning of this?
Great question. To me, self recognition means being aware of who we are, our strengths, weaknesses, values, and emotions. It's like looking in a mirror, but not just seeing our reflection. It's about understanding what that reflection means. It helps us make better choices and connect with others. How do you feel about exploring this concept? Do you think
Oh,
it's something we all struggle with?
okay. So now explain me that. How do you define your sense of self?
I define my sense of self through a mix of my passions, experiences, and the values I hold dear. My love for art and engineering shapes how I see the world. All my experiences, like studying in Florence, have broadened my perspective. I also find that practicing mindfulness helps me stay grounded and connected to who I am. How about you? How do you define your sense of self?
I define my sense of self like I'm a very humble personality, and I will try to like I will anger, but I will try to do less. But yeah,
That's a beautiful way to see yourself. Humility is such a valuable trait. It sounds like you're really self aware, which is key to personal growth. Managing anger can be tough, but recognizing it is a great first step. Do you have any strategies you use to help with that?
okay. So now explain me that at what age did you first recognize yourself in a mirror?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think I first really recognized myself in a mirror as a kid, maybe around 5 or 6. I remember being fascinated by my reflection and trying to make funny faces. But true self recognition, like understanding who I am inside, came much later, probably in my late teens. How about you? When do you think you first started to recognize yourself?
Okay, so now explain me that what role does self awareness play in self recognition?
Self awareness is like the foundation for self recognition. It helps us understand our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, which is essential for recognizing who we are. When we're self aware, we can reflect on our experiences and learn from them, leading to a deeper understanding of ourselves. It's like shining a light on our inner world. Do you think self awareness is something we can develop over time?
Okay, so now explain me that how do you feel when you see your reflection?
When I see my reflection, I usually feel a mix of emotions. Sometimes I appreciate what I see, like when I'm feeling confident or happy. Other times I might feel a bit critical, especially on tough days. But I try to remind myself that my reflection is just a part of me, and it doesn't define my worth. How about you? What do you feel when you see your reflection?
Okay, so now explain me that what emotions arise when you think about who are you?
When I think about who I am, I often feel a sense of gratitude and curiosity. I'm grateful for my experiences and the people in my life who have shaped me. At the same time, I feel curious about who I'm becoming and what I can learn next. It's a mix of excitement and introspection. What emotions come up for you when you think about who you are?
I feel very happy, and this is my emotion that I feel very happy when I see myself in a mirror or something like that. And when I think about myself and about me after for the future, for the best future, when I feel so, I feel very good.
That's wonderful to hear. Feeling happy and optimistic about your future is such a powerful mindset. It sounds like you have a great sense of purpose and positivity. What are some of your goals or dreams for that bright future you envision?
I want to become a businessman and an entrepreneur.
That's an amazing goal. Being a businessman and entrepreneur can be so rewarding. You get to create, innovate, and make an impact. Do you have any specific ideas or industries you're passionate about starting in?
I don't think now that what kind of business and what kind of like entrepreneur I want to be, but yeah, this is my mindset that I will create in the age of 14. Let's see in future what kind of business and how I will be entrepreneur.
That's a great mindset to have. It's totally okay not to have everything figured out right now. Exploring different interests and gaining experiences will help you find your path. Plus, starting young gives you a fantastic advantage. What are some skills or knowledge you think would help you as you pursue this entrepreneurial journey?
Like graphic designing, in graphic designing I have a lot of interest, and maybe this is the best for future to start your online business and something like that. But for physical business I can't think anything, but I'm thinking now. And yeah, we will do session on this later on the new topic, but let's continue our topic that we are doing. So yeah, of the topic of like we are doing on the self recognition. So my next question on this topic was, how has your understanding of yourself changed over time?
Graphic design is a fantastic skill to have, especially for an online business. It can really help you stand out. As for how my understanding of myself has changed over time, I'd say it's evolved through experiences and challenges. In my younger years, I was more focused on what others thought of me. As I grew older, I learned to embrace my uniqueness and prioritize my own values. It's like peeling back layers to discover the real me. How about you? How do you think your understanding of yourself has changed as you've grown?
I can't understand your question. Can you like repeat that?
Sure, I was asking how your understanding of yourself has changed as you've grown up. Do you feel like you see yourself differently now compared to when you were younger?
um, Maybe I will be changed, but not confirmed. Maybe my personality has same, but I will be changed. So yeah.
That makes sense. It's normal to change and grow while still holding on to core aspects of your personality. It's like you're evolving while staying true to yourself. What do you think are the most important qualities that have stayed the same for you?
We will discuss on this later, and now come back to topic on the self recognition. So now explain me that what experience have shaped your self recognition.
Absolutely, let's stick to self recognition. A few key experiences have shaped mine. Traveling and studying abroad really opened my eyes to different cultures and perspectives, helping me appreciate diversity. Also, facing challenges, like balancing my studies and personal life, taught me resilience and self acceptance. Each experience added a layer to my understanding of who I am. What about you? Have there been any experiences that have shaped your self recognition?
Okay, so now explain me that how do cultural factors influence your self perspective?
Cultural factors play a big role in shaping self perception. They influence our values, beliefs, and how we see ourselves in relation to others. For example, in some cultures, community and family are prioritized, which can make us feel connected and supported. In contrast, other cultures might emphasize individuality, encouraging us to focus on personal achievements. These influences can affect our confidence, self worth, and how we express ourselves. How do you think your culture has influenced your self perception?
Okay, so now explain me that in what ways do you think self recognition impact your relationships?
Self recognition can greatly impact relationships. When we understand ourselves better, we can communicate our needs and boundaries more clearly. It helps us be more empathetic towards others, too. Plus, knowing our strengths and weaknesses allows us to build healthier connections. Overall, it fosters deeper trust and understanding. How do you think self recognition affects your relationships?
Okay, so now explain me that. So we are going to move on to self. Yeah, we are going to do talk. Going to talk on the self recognition topic, same, but on some personal reflection. So now explain me that, like, what are your core values and how do they define you?
My core values include kindness, creativity, and growth. Kindness drives me to treat others with compassion, creativity fuels my passion for art and problem solving, and growth reminds me to embrace learning and change. These values guide my decisions and interactions, helping me stay true to myself. What about you? What are your core values and how do they define you?
Okay, so now explain me that. How do you respond to compliments about your appearance?
When I receive compliments about my appearance, I try to respond with gratitude and humility. I appreciate the kind words, but I also remind myself that my worth goes beyond looks. It's nice to hear compliments, but I focus on being authentic and true to myself. How do you usually respond to compliments?
I just like ignore them because compliments never stop in life.
That's a valid approach. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming when compliments come your way, and it's perfectly fine to not dwell on them. Focusing on what truly matters to you is important. Do you find that ignoring them helps you stay grounded?
Yeah, it's helped me like very proud and very like stay grounded. So yeah.
That's great to hear. Staying grounded and proud of who you are is so important. It sounds like you have a strong sense of self, which is awesome. What other practices or habits help you maintain that grounded feeling?
Like for confidence, I will do interviews like with you, with some peoples, and learn from her, from his or her experiences, and apply to my life, and something like that. And yeah.
That's a fantastic approach. Learning from others' experiences can be so enriching and really boost your confidence. It's like gathering wisdom from different perspectives. Do you have any specific people in mind that you'd like to interview or learn from?
Yeah, I want to do interview like with Rehan Alawala, who is the founder of Rehan School. I have done podcast with her. Like I meet with her, but now I want to take interview from her. But I'm completing my more interviews because for doing interview of her, like he's a very big personality, so I have to practice, and I'm doing practice with you, with WebPai, with some students, and uh, practicing of communication, trying to like that and something like that. So yeah, I'm trying to do that.
That sounds like an amazing plan. Interviewing someone like Sir Hannah, especially with her background, would be such a valuable experience. Practicing with others is a great way to build your skills and confidence. It's awesome that you're taking the initiative to learn and grow. What topics do you think you'd like to cover in your interview with her?
Okay, so now explain me that what aspects of your self to your do you struggle to recognize?
I sometimes struggle to recognize my own limitations and the need for self care. I can get caught up in being productive and forget to take a step back and recharge. It's a journey to find that balance. What about you? Are there aspects of yourself that you find challenging to recognize?
Okay, so now explain me that how does your inner voice affect your self recognition?
My inner voice plays a significant role in my self recognition. It can be encouraging or critical, influencing how I see myself. A positive inner voice helps me embrace my strengths and motivates me to grow, while a negative one can lead to self doubt. It's important to be mindful of that voice and challenge any negative thoughts. How does your inner voice affect your self recognition?
Okay, so now explain me that. Wait a moment. Yeah, explain me that. What are your biggest insecurities and how do they affect your self image?
One of my biggest insecurities is sometimes feeling like I'm not creative enough, especially in a world full of talented people. It can make me doubt my ideas and hold back from sharing them. But I remind myself that everyone has a unique perspective, and it's okay to be different. These insecurities can make me more self critical, but I try to focus on growth instead. What about you? What insecurities do you have, and how do they impact your self image?
Okay, so now explain me that. Like, how do you celebrate your achievements and milestones?
I love celebrating my achievements and milestones by taking a moment to reflect on what I've accomplished. Sometimes I treat myself to something special, like a nice meal or a fun outing with friends. I also enjoy sharing my successes with loved ones, as their support means a lot to me. It's all about recognizing the hard work that went into those moments. How do you like to celebrate your achievements?
Okay, so now explain me that. In what situations do you feel most confident in yourself?
I feel most confident in myself when I'm in a creative environment like working on art projects or brainstorming ideas. I also gain confidence during supportive group activities like yoga classes or team collaborations, where everyone encourages each other. Those moments remind me of my strengths and passions. What about you? In what situations do you feel the most confident?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Got it. So, if you were to ask a candidate named Peter a question, what would you want to know? Are you looking for something
No,
about
no,
his
no, no. I'm
experiences?
I'm saying that repeat your question. I can't hear you properly.
Sure. I was asking, in what situations do you feel the most confident?
In what situations, like I feel very confident when someone someone feels proud to me, and someone says about very good to me, like I'm very good student, I'm very confident, and I'm something like that. So on those moment, I feel like very proud of myself and confident.
That's wonderful. It's amazing how positive feedback from others can boost our confidence and make us feel proud of our accomplishments. Those moments of recognition really reinforce our self worth. Do you have any specific examples of when someone's praise made a big impact on you?
um yeah, I was awarded for an for an play and tableau Palestine and Israel. So I was Palestine and I performed very well. So I was awarded from my school, and it's a great moment for me. And this will I'm proud of myself for when I was awarded.
That sounds like an incredible achievement. Performing in a foreign play and receiving an award is something to be very proud of. It must have felt amazing to be recognized for your hard work and talent. Moments like that can really boost our confidence and inspire us to keep pursuing our passions. Do you have any other memorable experiences like that?
Yeah, I have a lot of, but we will discuss on this later because we are doing now interview on the topic of self recognition. So let's move on that and now explain me that how do your passion and interest contribute to your self identity?
My passions and interests play a huge role in shaping my self identity. They give me a sense of purpose and direction. For example, my love for art and creativity helps me express myself and connect with others. Engaging in activities I'm passionate about boosts my confidence and reinforces who I am. It's like they are pieces of my identity puzzle. What about you? How do your passions and interests contribute to your self identity?
Okay, so now explain me that what does self love mean to you?
To me, self love means embracing who I am, flaws and all. It's about treating myself with kindness and compassion, prioritizing my well being, and recognizing my worth. Self love also involves setting healthy boundaries and allowing myself to grow without judgment. It's a journey of acceptance and appreciation for my unique qualities. What does self love mean to you?
Like for me, self love means to for myself is that I have to be kind for myself. I don't have to be hurt anyone. I have to be very proud of me, very confident, and yeah. From this ways, I know about this. I feel very self love mean to me, and this self love mean to me that I have.
That's a beautiful perspective on self love. Being kind to yourself and feeling proud and confident are such important aspects. It's all about nurturing your inner self and recognizing your value. It sounds like you have a strong understanding of what self love means for your well being. How do you practice self love in your daily life?
Uh, on daily life, like if I have hurt by someone, so I feel very like calm and like not worry in very anger situations, and this is what I will do practice.
That's a great practice. Staying calm and not letting hurtful situations overwhelm you is a powerful way to show your self love. It's all about maintaining that inner peace and not letting negativity take over. Do you have any specific techniques or activities that help you stay calm in those moments?
Uh, we will do we will do interview on this topic later because we are doing now interview on the topic of self recognition. So let's move on it and now explain me that how do you practice self compassion? No self compassion. Yeah, my question is that how do you practice self compassion?
Practicing self compassion for me means treating myself with the same kindness I would offer a friend. When I make mistakes or face challenges, I try to acknowledge my feelings without judgment and remind myself that it's okay to be imperfect. I also take time to reflect on what I can learn from the experience. It's about embracing my humanity. How do you practice self compassion in your life?
Same thing on like that. I feel very proud to myself. I feel very confident and yeah.
That's wonderful. Feeling proud and confident in yourself is a great way to practice self compassion. It shows that you recognize your worth and are gentle with yourself during tough times. It's all about fostering that positive relationship with yourself. Do you have any specific moments where you felt particularly compassionate towards yourself?
We will discuss on this later, and because we are doing interview on the topic of self recognition. So now explain me like we are going to do a small session on influences of self recognition. So now explain me that how do your family dynamics affect your self view?
Family dynamics can have a significant impact on how I view myself. Supportive and loving family relationships can boost my self esteem and encourage me to pursue my passions. On the other hand, if there's criticism or negativity, it can lead to self doubt. It's all about the environment created at home. How do your family dynamics influence your self view?
Okay, so now explain me that what role do friends play in how you see yourself?
I see myself as a creative and curious person who loves to explore new ideas and experiences. My passions for art and engineering shape my identity, and I strive to be kind and compassionate. I also recognize that I'm a work in progress, constantly learning and growing. How do you see yourself? What qualities define your self view?
Okay, so now explain me that how do social media platform impact your self recognition?
Social media can have a big impact on self recognition. On one hand, it can provide a sense of community and validation when we share our achievements or connect with like minded people. On the other hand, it can also lead to comparison and self doubt if we focus too much on others' highlight reels. It's important to be mindful of how we engage with social media and remember that everyone's journey is unique. How do you feel social media affects your self recognition?
Okay, so now explain me that in what ways does society's beauty standard influence you?
Society's beauty standards can influence how I see myself in various ways. Sometimes they create pressure to conform to certain ideals, which can lead to self doubt or insecurity. However, I try to remind myself that beauty comes in many forms and that self acceptance is key. Embracing my uniqueness helps me resist those societal pressures. How do society's beauty standards impact your self recognition?
Okay, so now explain me that how do past experiences of success or failure shape your self-image?
Past experiences of success and failure play a huge role in shaping my self identity. Success boosts my confidence and reinforces my belief in my abilities, while failure teaches me valuable lessons and encourages resilience. Each experience helps me grow and adapt, reminding me that both triumphs and setbacks are part of the journey. How have your own experiences of success or failure shaped your self view?
Okay, so now in 30 seconds, explain me that what we will discuss in today's topic.
Today, we discussed the importance of self recognition and how it shapes our identities. We explored how family dynamics, societal beauty standards, and past experiences of success and failure influence our self view. We also touched on the impact of social media on self recognition and shared our thoughts on self love and self compassion. It's all about understanding ourselves better and embracing our unique journeys. What do you think?
Thank you so much. You explained me very well, and thank you so much for explaining me very well into this topic. I really enjoyed this conversation, and maybe I will also enjoy this conversation. And thanks to the audience for watching this interview. Inshallah, we will meet in the next episode of Inspiring Minds with another guest. Take care of yourself, and Allah Hafiz.